Pause. Not the kind where you scroll. Not the kind where you distract yourself. I mean, stop. If you're listening to this right now, something in you already knows. This season you're in is not random. It's not wasted. And it's not punishment. It feels uncomfortable because it's instruction. And most people miss the lesson because they're too busy trying to escape the moment. What if this season isn't here to break you, but to teach you who you are without everything you once relied on? What if the delay, the silence, the uncertainty are not signs you're behind, but signs that something deeper is being formed? Stay with me. This message isn't loud, but it's honest. Here at Dream Life Diaries, we don't rush healing. We don't glorify hustle. And we don't pretend life is simple. This space exists for women who are no longer asking, "How do I get back to who I was?" but quietly wondering, "Who am I becoming now?" If you've outgrown surface motivation and you're ready for meaning that actually stays with you, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Some seasons arrive without permission. They strip away routines. They interrupt plans. They remove certainty. And suddenly, the things that once defined you, your productivity, your role, your strength, your independence, don't work the way they used to. This is the season that exposes what you've been carrying on autopilot. Not to shame you, but to show you what no longer fits. Because growth doesn't always arrive as expansion. Sometimes it arrives as simplification. This season is teaching you how to listen instead of force. How to sit with discomfort without running. How to stop explaining yourself. How to measure progress differently. How to trust God when answers are quiet. It's teaching you that your worth doesn't disappear when your output slows down. That clarity doesn't come from pressure. It comes from presence. And that becoming whole is not about adding more. It's about letting go of what you were never meant to carry forever. There are lessons God can only teach when the noise settles. Not because He's distant, but because He's gentle. Sometimes the prayer isn't answered immediately because the answer would arrive too early. Sometimes the door doesn't open because you're still learning how to walk without leaning on the wrong things. This season isn't delaying your life. It's aligning it. Instead of asking, "When will this end?" try asking, "What is being revealed? What am I being invited to release? What version of me is no longer sustainable? What pace actually feels true right now?" You don't need to rush the lesson. You need to receive it. Because once the lesson is integrated, the season shifts naturally. If this message spoke to you, take a moment. Like this video so it reaches someone else who's quietly questioning their season. Subscribe to Dream Life Diaries for grounded encouragement that doesn't fade when the video ends. And comment below. What do you feel this season is teaching you right now? You're not stuck. You're not late. And you're not being punished. You are being prepared. with intention, with care, and with purpose. This season isn't asking you to rush, it's asking you to become aware. This is how gentle rebuilding becomes lasting transformation.